Hello everyone and thank you for watching. Today I would like to try and show you how to execute different combinations in the game Kingdom Come Deliverance. In order to do a combination, you need to chain a minimum of 3 strikes and you have to time them perfectly. Hopefully later in the video I'll be able to show you how to do that. So let's start with the strikes. In order to chain the strikes, your opponent needs to be either blocking normally or taking the hits in his body. And by normal block, I mean what Bernard is doing right now. As you can see, I'm able to hit him and he does not respond in any way. He just sits there and takes the blows. In order to, you see, right, like that. That is chaining strikes. So when your opponent is blocking like that, you'll be perfectly able to execute a combination, as long as you manage to time it correctly.
You have to strike me 3 times.
Combinations are very useful and a very fancy way of defeating your opponents, as you're going to see in the next clip.
Don't stop.
As you can see now, the duo didn't start very well for me. But by executing just a single combination, I was able to take down my opponent and the duo ended. So now let's watch it again in slow motion, and I want you to pay close attention to the moment where I execute the combination. As you will notice, the idea of the combination is that as soon as you start your first hit, you press the attack button and your character begins to swing. You have to move the attack marker to the next hit, and when the first hit connects, you have to execute the second one, and as you're swinging for the second one, you have to move for the third one, and so on. Watch carefully now. Look at this. I'm striking from the left, and as soon as the attack begins, I move the marker to the right, attack from the right, and I move it to the bottom. And as soon as the bottom strike begins, I've already begun the strike to the right. Usually duels look something like that. As you see, I attack, he does a block, he attacks, I do a perfect block, and so on. So when that happens, you have to wait for an opening, and by opening, I mean that you are able to actually hit him like that, or hit a normal block, like you're about to see now. Watch closely. So I attack, he does a perfect block, I do a block, I attack, he does a perfect block, and then I go for the attack. That was a normal block, so I go again for the second strike of the combo, but I got riposte. So I try again. I block, attack, attack, and I execute the combination. As you saw, that was an opening, and I took full advantage of it. So let's see it again a little bit slower. So there we go. I block and go straight for the attack. He does a normal block, and the combo is executed. You have to keep in mind that in order to take full advantage of the openings, you have to start absolutely every single attack that he blocks with an attack that has the potential of starting a combination. And by that I mean that if by chance he misses his perfect block and your attack goes right in, you have to be able to start the next attack and go for the combo right away. To further explain that, we need to take a look at the different combinations for the Longsword, for example. As you can see here, it shows you from which direction you should start the attack. For example, the first combination starts with a stab. The second one starts from an attack from a slash from the left side. Then you have a short sword, also slash from the left side. Slash from the bottom left side. Slash, top attack. And then you have bottom slash again. And you have again stab, left, bottom right. And again, left, right, bottom left, right. So as you can see, not a single combination starts from an attack from the right or the bottom right. So in these situations, it will be useless to start attacking from that side, because as you can now see, I'm attacking, I get an opportunity to continue with a follow-up strike, but since there isn't a single combination that I have unlocked for now that starts from that side, it's a useless attack. So the better is to, every time you have the chance, start with an attack that can lead into a combination. As you can see now, I'm showing you a little bit about the short sword and something that I found out. There is a particular combination called the half sword, which, as many times as I've tried, I was unable to execute while using a shield and a sword. So it might be just me, but I think that in order to do that combination, you have to have your left hand free in order to execute it properly, as you can see right now. The combination begins with a bottom left slash and two stabs, two consecutive stabs. So as you can see here, I'm trying to perform it with a shield and I get the chance twice, but I'm unable to. Right here, you see? And again. So if you would like to do this particular combination, you have to go without a shield. You can, however, perform the other combination which I'm trying to do right now, which starts with a stab, left slash, bottom right slash. And as you can see, I do what I explained. I always try to start with an attack which can lead me to a combination. Sadly, my short sword skills are not as good as my long sword, so it took me a little bit more time to perform that particular combination. It's a beautiful combination which ends with a shield bash to the face, which you'll be able to see in a few short moments.
Giving up already?
Should be somewhere right about now. Okay, hopefully next strike. There we go. Boom. So, thank you for watching, thank you for bearing with me, and thank you to Warhorse Studios who made this masterpiece. And for the end, I would leave you with this duo where I tried to do one of my favorite combinations for the whole duration of the duo, but luckily for me, I managed to end it perfectly.
I'm going to enjoy this.